So I made a mistake in the last video. I was supposed to make that into a collection. Apparently on OpenSea you have to do something a little bit more. You have to basically put in this end code.
On your OpenSea account, click Add New Item. Add the Enable Supply True URL to the end. It should look like this, but with your username instead of SwanVR. When you go to the bottom, you'll see that there is supply. I'm gonna put in 10. You doing what you're doing, upload your art and put in the descriptions. Now on this page, you can actually set the quantity and the price per item. Set mine at 10 and the price per item at 0.1 ETH. For those of you that are just getting started, OpenSea is not the only platform. There's Rarible, OpenSea, and Mintable, where you can just get started. Super Rare, Nifty Gateway, Known Origin, Makerspace, those are curated platforms. Right now there's a massive waiting list, so it might just be easier to get started with Rarible, OpenSea, or Mintable. Foundation is another curated platform. That one's invite only. So once artist sells their art piece or a collector collects an art piece, they get invites. Check out these other ones for digital fashion, protocol, collectibles. If you just search NFT issuance landscape, you'll find this infographic. My best advice to you is just play around with the different sites and join Clubhouse.
So this topic has been coming up a lot in some of the rooms I've been attending. A lot of the new artists, they're kind of getting a little bit, I guess, discouraged because they see a lot of their friends and other artists selling their pieces for a lot of money, or like just for like a quick second, it would be posted and then their pieces are sold. But I get it, it can be very daunting, but don't take it personally. If you ever read this book called The Four Agreements, like one of the things is don't take things personally. So hopefully I can give you some words of encouragement. So right now the NFT market's kind of in a hype cycle. This is every time there's new tech, it always happens like this, where the media is like, what is this brand new thing? Let's write about it. And eventually it comes to a point where it'll decompress and then mature. So that's kind of the standard hype cycle of anything new in tech. So just keep with it, because if you plan on making NFTs your future and be like a career NFT artist, then keep on doing your thing. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Actually, this book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, I highly recommend reading it because it talks a little bit about how to get over imposter syndrome and also how to basically keep doing your thing, getting empowered in what you're good at, and fuck everything else. And if you want some words of encouragement, I don't know if you know about this person called Yoko Ono. So essentially Yoko Ono was this like contemporary artist, activist, and she was resonating her true self. If you think about it, art is nothing more than an extension of you, like your emotional state, your mental state, your soul essence, and also the visions that you get granted from the cosmos. So she was staying true to herself. She was doing quirky, like contemporary art, and she had a show in London. It just so happened that this guy by the name of John Lennon came to the gallery and saw all these quirky art pieces, and he felt really drawn to it, to the point that he asked the gallery owner to meet the artist, and he met Yoko Ono. And it's kind of a good example of like an artist resonating out their true frequency and their authentic self to attract another person that's essentially their collector to kind of resonate in the same frequency with them, to see them where they're at and see the value in their art that really speaks to the both of them. So if you think about it, artists, like, we wouldn't get really mad at our friends if they found their soulmates and they're dating, right? Like, so why are you mad about other artists fighting their collectors? And if you want this to be your career, it will all come. If you think about it, this is still new. NFTs are still new. Like, the first NFT was CryptoPunks way back in like 2017, and then CryptoKitties, and then now it's blown up in its first wave. And just like anything with crypto, there's a huge bull run and then it decompresses for a little bit and then comes back. So if you really want NFTs to be your career, then just have your head down and just start doing your own art. And eventually you'll attract the right collector. Especially right now, like there's a lot of saturation. So once the media hype of NFTs is kind of over, then you're just gonna shine through. People are gonna see that you're actually fully committed. And if you're not familiar with the tech space, there's something called a hype cycle that happens with anything new in tech. It happened in VR when Oculus sold to Facebook for $2 billion. There was a huge hype cycle, huge money, like VCs were throwing money at any VR startup. And eventually they realized it was going to be a long investment. So a lot of the VC money has kind of dried up for VR in 2017 and 2018. And then it's going back up due to the fact that now it's ready and it's matured. So if you look at the hype cycle, NFTs are just in the huge hype cycle right now. And eventually it'll calm down and mature. And you want to be there where it matures if you want to be a career NFT artist. And if you have any questions, I am on Clubhouse, and that's probably the best way to reach me. Much love. Hopefully this video helped. So this is my profile on Moon Origin. And I'm already signed into my artist profile. Usually what you do is you have to sign in through MetaMask. So my idea is like wearable art for your metaverse self. And here's all my contacts. Huh? Wait, what?
Mike.
Oh, where's Mike? Can you guys? Perfect. Can you guys hear me? Perfect. Okay. So there's not that many VR artists right now, so I'm one of the few, and it's such a new platform in general that people are just grasping their head around art as NFTs. So me adding the mix of virtual reality and creating everything with a VR headset, it's like mind blowing for people because they're like, "What year are you from?" Like, because I'm like, sometimes from the future. I think living in California is like you're pretty much in the future. So that's basically my profile, and then I'm already signed in on my creator profile. So all I do is input all the information, and it has the gas prices right now in terms of Ethereum. So every time you mint a piece, it basically costs you Ether. So right now, if I were to mint it, it would cost $66 to $71, which is really good because I paid like $120 for one of my mints. So here's the artist details and such. Here, let me go back. So what you do is you select your artwork. I already selected it from here. So if you want to mint 3D assets, the file that a lot of these programs take is GLB. So if you have an OBJ or an FBX file, for those of you that do 3D modeling, you have to convert it to the GLB file. Yeah, because GLB is very condensed digital files, so that's why you're able to do it. Okay, I'll just go over the shield one again. But yeah, so it has it here as a 3D asset, and then with GLBs you can actually view it. So yeah, now we're just putting in all the information. So let me scroll up. So I'm going to input all the information right now.